Hey, hey, anyway, so today's video is about something that I hated talking about for a long time. It is imposter syndrome. God. Before that, you should notice my face is glowing like as if I put makeup on. It's amazing how much a little bit of self care does to you. Like go to gym, to meditation, you do a lot of things, but just using going that extra bit of mile to take care of your skin does a lot of wonders. I just tried this aloe vera gel, not that it's relevant to this, but I thought I think everybody should invest a little bit of time in their self care, even if it's for just once or twice a month. You know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, um, so imposter syndrome. Yes, imposter syndrome is something that I, for a long time, denied having. First of all, I hated the label imposter syndrome because whenever you put a label on something, feels like you just wanna. It's almost like a disease. Oh, he has cancer, or I have ADHD. I hope my partner doesn't see this because he tells everybody that he has ADHD. I mean, but he's a cool dude. Anyway, and people often think, oh, this is something like I can't fix, I can't, this is genetic, this is in my genes, this is in my wiring. I hate that talk. Not that I hate it, I feel like that's not true, yet that's something that you can never prove, but yet so many people believe it. And some people would even come to me and say, oh, have you seen scientists have put probes in your head and they have seen that. Yeah, and when people say that, I can't even help but think, have you thought one step further? Like what they are showing you is a state. They're not showing you how it was caused. It's like saying, I don't know, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm just saying it's not what you think it is. It's not a condition that you cannot escape or something like that. And the proof is in my life, it's always been about meditation and doing therapy work and things like that, where a lot of things that I believed about myself have changed. Now, for imposter syndrome, this is not going to be a video where I'm going to offer you suggestions to get over it or something like that. No, I'm sorry. This is not that video. This is just a video of me sharing and connecting with you because sometimes maybe I'm feeling lonely. Entrepreneurship is a very lonely journey, especially when you're an independent consultant. And oftentimes, the only friends I have are my own clients and my girlfriend and people I meet sometimes outside in co working spaces and things like that. Anyway, um, so the point I was trying to make was for a long time, I did not believe that imposter syndrome was even a real thing. And then I realized imposter syndrome just shows up only when you attempt things that are clearly beyond your comfort zone. Like, if you're doing things that you're super comfortable with, there is nothing to be imposter syndromed about, which is like, sure, I can lift this teacup. I don't feel like I don't feel like I have an imposter syndrome or a fake that I'm able to lift this teacup because it's not a significant. There's a teacup here. It's not a significant thing that you do, but only when you attempt going outside the comfort zone, it comes up. And you feel like that because we have a very strong belief about us. It's about what we can achieve and what we cannot achieve. And when a part of us goes out and actually does it, and we get success, sometimes if it's accidental, sometimes if it's big, small, we feel like we don't deserve it. We feel like we're not different. And it's probably connected because a person who's $1 million company CEO and me probably don't have a lot different compared to each other, except that there could be very minor things that we don't consider important, or it could be habits, small habits. It could be the external influence as well. And then it also makes us feel like, then is it all luck? We try to make sense of the world around us. And because we often credit our success too much to ourselves or discredit our success too much to ourselves, right? We, instead of just accepting it is what it is, we want to feel like it's something that we did and we controlled. And it's a fight that just keeps on going. Spiritually, I guess we are also maybe just illusioned to think that our life is in our control, whereas life is happening to us all the time. We are being influenced, persuaded. Everything is changing all the time, but we are constantly fighting to feel like we are the ones who are making things happen in our life. And it's an eternal battle between whether we want to feel like everything is happening to us. At the same time, we also have to take responsibility for our life, even though things are happening to us. Because one thing that's not happening to us is how we react. That's what spirituality teaches us. And so, if everything that we react is in our control, but everything that happens to us is not in our control, but then when we react something in our head and we do some actions, that's completely in our control. So maybe that little part is the only thing that we have in control, nothing else outside us, right? And that is just how we can live. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but just thought I should share this with you. If you're going through imposter syndrome, feel good that you are stepping outside your comfort zone, because if you never steps outside your comfort zone, if you never attempted anything that is beyond what you believe it is, you're pushing your boundaries of your beliefs. And I believe it's a good way to live life like that. Not that you have to do it. You're not better because you do it, but it's a good thing. I mean, we live life once. What are we gonna do, not doing it? So if you are having imposter syndrome, if you feel like you are not somebody who feels like you're worth it, you feel like a fake, understand that it happens because you're pushing your boundaries, and that is awesome. Give yourself a high five for that. And just don't try fighting it. Probably we'll never get over it. Maybe one day we'll get over it. But the important thing is not getting over it. The important thing is not whether you feel worthy or not. The important thing is what outcome you're creating in the world and what outcome you're taking part of, even though you're not probably 100% responsible for it. But even if you're 1% part of it, just be happy that you are bringing something positive that you care about, some change in the world that you're influencing. I guess that's the only way to live life.